Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all. Welcome back. Oh my goodness. It has been a very long while since I have posted, since I have put the time and the energy to make a video, to make any content. But I can assure you, your girl is back on her game. I'm feeling good, I'm looking good, and I'm ready just to chat with y'all. Like, I have so much to talk about. I don't even know where to start. As you know, your girl is in her 40s. I'm 43. I'm single. I'm out here dating, and y'all, girls, women, I know y'all can feel me. Like, it is a roller coaster. Dating in your 40s. You would think you were running to men that has their shit together, that is on the same page with just like you already been there, done that, and you ready to just like, have your careers and get your mate and just kind of travel, live life, and be happy, share experiences and stuff like that. Like, it is not the case. Like, it's been a roller coaster, and I definitely want to take y'all on this roller coaster with me. So I'm going to be telling y'all about dating in your 40s, stuff like that. Like, as y'all know, I had weight loss surgery almost a year ago next month. Your girl is doing really, really good, and I'm going to post a before and after picture so you guys can see where I am in this journey. I done lost over 80 pounds, and I look good and feel good. Like, I am in the best shape of my life. My mental health is in the best place it's ever been, and well, let me my anxiety be up because to keep these pounds off is it's a roller coaster, and your girl never want to go back. So that has been something that I've been not really struggling with, but it's been like a uphill battle. And I'm winning, but it's like, it just be in the back of your mind about like, okay, I just cannot go back. I cannot go back. I cannot go back. And then that just kind of gives me anxiety. So I need to learn how to relax in that aspect and just trust if I eat right and do what I'm supposed to do, that stuff is going to stay off and never come back, because I don't want it. I don't want it. So y'all, so just stick with your girl, continue to subscribe, view my content. I have been encouraged to do my thing, because I feel like I have a story to tell, and it's about time that I tell it. Like, I have so many life experiences, dating in your 40s, my weight loss surgery experience. I have so much experiences to share with you guys, and I'm so sure you guys can relate. So I'm ready to just bring that to y'all. And don't be afraid to talk back. Like, talk back and like my stuff. You know what I mean? Like, share your comments, share your experience. Let's vibe, let's share like things together, and let's just do this. You know what I mean? Let's just do this. Like I said, weight loss surgery last year, June 24th, 2021. I'm over 80 pounds off. I had the vertical sleeve gastrectomy, the VSG, and I cannot say I regret it. It's the best thing that I've ever done. Definitely life changing, and I want to share this journey with you guys. I can say, I wanted to always just kind of be true to myself, and I knew that being true to myself, I'm not going to be in the gym all the time. I got a gym membership, and I wanted to kind of learn this journey on my own with navigating food and trusting my own like judgment that I would do the right thing without like incorporating the gym. Because it's like, what if I don't feel like going to the gym? What if I don't have a membership? What if I just don't feel like it? I need to be able to know that I can still maintain this weight loss and achieve these goals on my own with just being conscious of what I'm eating and things like that. So that's just what I want to come to you guys with. So I'm going to come back with another video, but I just wanted to say this, and I know I've did this introduction before, but your girl is back, and your girl is going to be letting y'all in on my life. Like, don't judge me, because I'm a Virgo and I'm sensitive about my shit. You feel me? Anyway, so yeah, let me just get up on this content roll and let y'all in on my life, in on my dating life, in on my weight loss surgery journey. Come on for the ride, and let's just Let's just ride this bumpy ride called life. Y'all know how it go. Y'all in it too. Talk to you later. My bad. I had to turn the fan off. Your girl hot, but I know that's going to be all up in my video. Anyway, so like, yeah, my biggest fear as well about, as I've had those same thoughts, excuse me, about like dying alone. I said like, before I leave, the final little leave, I want to have experienced, genuine love, unconditional love, like a real strong love, mutual love. And when he said that, it kind of resonated with me. So I'm just like, oh, hey, like, I've had those same thoughts, and though that has been my thoughts. So yeah, he replied back, and he had like a little lengthy paragraph, and he was just like, yeah, although when you go, you're gonna be alone, but I can't lie and say, that hasn't been a thought of mine. So we continued to talk. Mind you, this was like a Thursday, and the conversation was good. So he ended up like asking me, which is kind of like the first time somebody really like jumps into like, let's have a date so quick. So I'm just like, I'm out here, I'm online. So obviously your girl is into taking chances. I'm into being a little risque, you feel me? So he's like, okay, let's go on a date. And he was just like, because we already share mutual experiences, like, okay, I like the park, you like the park, walking trails, whatever the case. He was like, first date, I ain't gonna have you on a trail in the woods, because I wouldn't have went. But anyway, so I'm like, okay, yeah, I feel that. So he was just like, meet me at this bistro, this time, this date. Are you good with that? Are you free? So I'm just like, oh, so he making plans. He didn't already thought of the place. He got the time and the date. I just gotta be there. So I'm just like, I like that, because, in the past I've ran across things where it's like, oh, when you free, when, like it's gotta be all this back and forth. Just be a man. Take control. Set up a time, date, and place. Tell me where to be at. Ask me, am I available? Don't have me like, oh, I'm free Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Just throw something out there and let me let you know. That's what I like. I don't know about you, but that's how I like it. Anyway, so he said that. So that was already impressive. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, okay, I'm free. It's a Sunday. I normally on a Sunday get ready for work on Monday. I normally go to the gym, that type of thing. So I'm just like, okay, that time frame works perfect. So we went. Well, Sunday comes. Let me try to paint a little picture. I'm long-winded, so hopefully I keep this short and sweet where you actually can feel what I'm feeling. Anyway, so I'm running a little late because I went to the gym, overdid it or whatever the case. So, we meet at the place. I text him like, I'm parking. He was already there. So he was just like, I got a seat, but I'm gonna come out and I'm gonna meet you. So like when I come in, he's at the front of the restaurant. So, we walk to the table. We had really good conversation. He's older. I'm 43. He's 47. His style was a little like, I ain't gonna say cat daddy, because I think cat daddy is kind of like cool, suave. It was kind of like, you could definitely, I'm not gonna say that. I don't know. It was giving me, I don't know. He had on like, like some slacks and like a long sleeve polo type shirt, which was casual. So I'm like, okay, I see where he's going. He's trying to look nice for the date. You know what I mean? The way he was eating and chewing and stuff, I won't really like it. But the conversation was good. So these days, when you dating in your 40s, you dating with intention. So you kind of like the little teeny things. You kind of don't want to nitpick. You want to look at the important things. Like, okay, he's a gentleman. He looks nice. He planned a date. He met me in the front. So those are the type of things I'm trying to focus in on, and not the little things that's making me like, I don't like the way you talk. I don't like, try not to do that. So we're having a good conversation, and eating and talking and stuff like that. So at the end of the day, he walks me to the car. Mind you, we've only been chatting on the online site. So I'm about to get in the car. I'm just like, okay, nice date. I'm not even really thinking too much into it. It was a nice date. It's just like, we call each other, we do, we don't. Like, when that type of situation, you don't have, what I mean, high expectations. It's just like, we'll see, go with the flow type of shit. So anyway, so he was just like, hold on. I felt like you was a good conversationalist, and, we've been chatting on the site. Let's exchange numbers. So I'm just like, oh, okay. I hadn't even thought about it. I felt like, we can continue to chat up there. Like it wasn't a big deal for me at that point, because I haven't, discovered any type of nothing besides like, okay, this was a nice date. You know what I mean? That's about it. So nothing else ain't really crossed my mind. So I gave him my number. He was just like, this was a nice date, and this was I really want to have one again and all that stuff. So we continued to chat. We went on several more dates. We did make it to the trail. Like on our third or fourth date, I had to kind of reschedule because my son had soccer. So he was just like, okay, so you reschedule, let's just have like a, makeup date or whatever. He was like, do you want to come over and watch a movie with me and my daughter? So I'm just like, because I'm trying to move slow these days so I don't make any mistakes. So I don't move too fast and enter in some stuff that I don't want to be in or shouldn't even be in. So like, I was just like, I wasn't really sure about it, but then I tried to think about it like, he must be feeling the kid, your girl, if he's even considering me meeting, his daughter. I'm thinking like, okay, he must have, seen something in me that he definitely felt like he wants to go further because of that. Because that's how it would be for me if I was asking him to come and meet my son. So I'm just like, okay, mind you, I have 2 kids, 27 and my son is 15. So I'm just like, come and eat dinner. Or have a movie night and eat dinner with you and your daughter. I'm like, I feel weird because I have a kid. So I'm just like, I'm not going to really come without him. But at the same time, I'm like, do I want to bring him? So I'm just like, I end up like, okay, most guys don't even offer to do that. You haven't had a guy offer, have you around his kids and, and things like that, or to his house in a while, because guys is just on that F-boy stuff. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, this must mean something. So let me just like explore it. So I'm just like, it can't hurt. So I asked my son, I talked to him about it. He's a team player. He trusts me that I won't have him in no crazy situation. So we actually went over there with him and his daughter. Weird situation. Daughter was a little weird, but we watched a weird ass movie and then, we went home. So we continued to date. We continued to go out. Like every week we was dating. Like he was very consistent. And so I was just starting to feel him. Like I was feeling him. I think I was more so, having went through it already. I know I was mostly in the clouds, and I mostly was like enjoying the thought of, or the hopefulness of it. It wasn't necessarily like him. It was just like, damn, this feels good. I haven't been here in a while. So it was just like me in my head, like, you know what I mean? Enjoying the experience, that type of thing. So mind you, like all of this stuff going on, fast forwarded, we done had 10 dates. We done had 2 movie nights, and we just been consistent ever since that first date. So I'm starting to like him, even though he has like some weirdness with him. His dress ain't necessarily what I'm into. There's a whole lot of things that's not my typical, but I'm online dating. I'm not in a relationship, never been married. So the typical, I'm trying to just like go outside the box, because obviously the typical has not been working for me. So, you know what I mean? We vibing. I end up sending him a message, and I think I kind of overdid it because I was just like, you know what? Like, I felt like, because we said we was kind of like exclusive dating, or he told me he was exclusively dating me, but he never asked me like what I was doing. Although he was the only person I was dating at the time, he never said, that's what I'm doing. What are you doing? Or how do you feel? But he mentioned that he was only dating me and getting to know me. So I'm just like, okay. So, I'm in the clouds one morning. I'm feeling I woke up on the right side of the bed. I'm in the clouds. I'm like, like we should go ahead on and do this. We should start sharing life together. I don't even know why I said all that, but I guess I was kind of saying just like, let's be exclusive and explore this. I was like sharing life together and continue to learn each other. That's kind of what I meant. But it seemed like he kind of took it a little bit, and he was just like, I need to know more about you. Needs to go this and that. I know I'm getting a little long-winded, but I want to kind of get to the point. My point really is like, we've been consistent. He brought me around this kid. I met his daughter. He met my son. He's been texting, calling. He's been asking me on dates, 2-3 dates a week. We've been having a really good time. So at this point, 10 dates in, I'm feeling like, okay, like the dating is really dope, but it's like, no, we haven't really inquired in, let me see, we haven't incorporated any type of like flirting. Like he would never flirt. He would never really say anything that was close to anything sexual, intimacy, anything like that. Mind you, it took us a while to even pet kiss. I think like the 3rd or 4th date, we pet kissed, and that was as far as it went. We only like really pet kissed. So that was already weird. I'm like, if you feeling me, I'm feeling you. Like, he's never mentioned anything like intimate. Like, we haven't had like a kiss with tongue, anything like that. So I started like inquiring about that. And he was like, well, that's kind of how I've had that experience before. Women has left me or left me alone because of me not like showing that type of, I guess, showing that type of feeling towards them, like that you had some type of desire intimate with them. You know what I mean? Because we women, we want to know that you want to take us down, love us down, even if we're not about to let you do it right now. We want to know that you want to do it. We want you to, that flirtation, like that build up. We want to feel that. And he wasn't giving me that. So that was like the only thing that was missing in that aspect. Mind you, I told you he was 47, and every other day he's talking about he got gout, my gout flaring up, gout, gout, gout. Look, I had to Google about gout because your girl was tired of hearing about gout. It won't sexy, brother. It was not sexy. Stop talking about it. Like, yeah, you got gout. Take a Tylenol. Take whatever you got to take. But no woman don't want to hear every day that you talking about my gout, rain check, gout. I won't feeling it. Anyway, so long story short, we had a date. We were sitting out at the park. We was talking. We was vibing. I'm laying on his chest, and like it was just a beautiful date. Like we got smoothies, walked around, that type of thing. And at the end of the day, it was about to start raining, and we were about to leave. So we did leave. I drove him to the parking garage because I was parked a little bit closer. So I dropped him off. We did our little infamous pet kiss kitty shit. You feel me? Anyway, and so before I even got like to the light, he calling me and he's just like, "Want you hungry? Let's go get something to eat. Let's do this, this, and this." Mind you, too. See, that's why I don't like these stories. I don't want to be long-winded, but we was already planning he was about to add me to his gym membership, and we was about to start working out, be like this little workout couple, whatever the case. You know what I mean? So, okay, back to the, I was like not even at the first light, second light. And he just like, "Didn't you say you was hungry? Let's get something to eat." I was tired. So I'm just kind of playing it to the left. Like, it's about to rain. You should probably get home because of this, that, and the third. Because I was tired. Like, I was drained. We was out in the sun. And I'm already in the car, like, headed home. Like, I'm just ready to go home. I'll pick me up something on my own. I just didn't feel like, nothing against him. I was just tired. So the next day, I want to ask this brother, what's good? Like, why we don't talk about nothing sexual? Like, but I really didn't know how to say it. So I'm like, okay, hypothetically, if you could have sex every day, like, how many times would you like to have it? And he just like, it depends on the person. I'm not like all dudes. Like, I'm not super stressed or hyped up about sex, but I do enjoy it, but I'm just not like other dudes. I'm like, okay, first off, it was a hypothetical question. So you could have just said, like, if you could have it your way, if it was fucking Burger King, you know what I mean? Just tell me what your number is, But he just made it super deep and super just extra for no reason. So in return, he doesn't really ask me hypothetically. He just like, what number would be unacceptable for you? And I'm like, 0. Like, none would be unacceptable. So then he just like, well, if you was getting it once a month or once a week, would you be unhappy? Hell yeah. Next question, like, why are we talking about this? Like, ask me hypothetically, I would have told you 3, 4, 5 times a week, whatever the case. But it seemed like what he was asking, it was a little bit personal. So then he was just like, so what about 3 times a week? Would that make you unhappy? So I'm just like, okay, so where are these numbers coming from? Like, you just pulling out random numbers? He's like, yes. I'm like, well, I can't really gauge my happiness based on that. Like, I would have to like evaluate the whole situation and stuff like that. So the conversation kind of like dwindled away. That shit was what I was trying to get out the conversation didn't happen because he ruined it with all that personal stuff. So it led me to think like he might got a problem with his plumbing. And I had to Google like gout because I told you, rewind, he always talking about my gout flaring up, my gout, my gout. So I Googled like what gout and like erectile dysfunction have in common. And they said men with gout like can have an extreme high chances of having gout and severe cases of it. So I'm just like, Bingo. That's what happened, or that's what's going on. And I think that's why he doesn't reference any type of intimacy or whatever, because he don't even want to like spark it up on, I guess spark it up if he can't even like put it out like the flame, so that's just what I'm thinking. So, I sent him a little video, flirtatious video, just to see how he would do with it. And he didn't really do it. It just wasn't given what I'm used to giving. You know what I mean? Because I know I'm an attractive woman. I'm a sexy woman. So it's just like why you ain't acting or giving me some type of impression that you want me, in that way. Even if we're not going there yet, I still would like to know or feel that you would love to and you can't wait to. You know what I mean? I know somebody out there is feeling what I am talking about. Anyway, so I brought up this little sexual conversation, and it was uncomfortable. It didn't really go how I thought it was gonna go, and I was kind of annoyed by it. And I was kind of just like, I don't know if I can do this, like, because this is weird. Like, I've had situations where I know men want to jump into bed with me, but not necessarily, I'm not sure if they won't put in the time or like being as consistent in dating me as he is. But it's just like he's doing all of that, but he's not, I don't even know that he want me sexually. So it was just weird because I've never had that situation happen at all. So therefore, the next day or whatever, I'm at work. I got to work late because my son had an appointment, and I just get a message, and he's just like, I don't think that we should pursue each other romantically anymore. We get along great, but I don't think we have a lot in common. And I would love to be your friend. I know you said you wasn't looking for any friends, but let me know. If not, I'll understand. It kind of blew me. It blew me, and it caught me off guard because I'm like, our very last date, we had a good time. And after the date ended, you was on calling me, trying to get more time and spend more time. So that blew me. Like, I'm just like, where in my mind, I'm thinking like, where did that come from? And then I'm thinking like, it must have come from the sexual talk that I've mentioned, because I guess I was kind of over it, and I kind of maybe was like pressuring it, or he could tell like, oh, she's getting fed up. That's what I'm guessing. And I'm thinking he just knew he couldn't deliver what it is that I was expecting or is going to be wanting. And he did that. And I didn't like the way he did it. This shit was mad cold to me, based on 10 dates. You meeting my kid, I'm meeting yours. I'm coming to your house. You've been to my house. You know what I mean? I felt like the way he did it, text message, like, and it was just kind of like, I don't think we have a lot in common. Like, how can we go on 10 dates and not have nothing in common? Like, so it was weird. It was cold. So I never replied back. Like, I felt like you're not going to get my energy. I don't like the way you did it. It was very cold. You should have been more specific, or most importantly, he should have done that shit in person. So I wasn't feeling it. And that was my, my online dating with this particular guy. I have way more to come, way more crazier shit, but this is the most recent that kind of blew me. And I kind of liked him, and I was kind of overlooking mad stuff about him that was weird. So that shit made me mad, because I'm like, you talking about we don't got a lot in common. Like, I knew that. I knew you was a little weird, but it was like where things counted, we had in common. If we were able to share each other's space for 10 dates and meet each other kids, like, where they do that at? And I feel like he's just a serial dater, and I feel like he just be getting single women hyped up, and then he do this shit. That's just what I think. But anyway, y'all, thank y'all for listening to this Dating in Your 40s. I got more to come, more crazier stories. I'm online dating, so I'm gonna let y'all know all of these ups and downs and comical stories that I am encountering. Stay on this ride with me. We're going to be talking about dating, weight loss surgery, eating good, all that good stuff. So stick around with your girl. With your girl. Until next time. Bye, ladies.